Previously on Evan. I do Twitch stream. It's Twitch TV/Evan Shanks. All right, enough games. This little guy, my Barn Find Evo, is finally getting finished. The engine's a 2.2 long rod, closed deck, sleeved, so it's ready for some jam. Full build head, all that stuff. Thankfully, we got a year till TX2K, so.
We actually have like 6 or 7 months to actually get it done.
Easy enough.
The project.
It's at its new home. I'll see you guys. Amazing to meet you. Now, I got another car, and it's so far, because that car doesn't run, it's the fastest car I've ever owned. All right, we dropped the truck off, taking the Evo to go see this new car. Let's go, dude. Before we move on with this video, I want to say a big thank you to today's video sponsor, and that's our longtime supporter of the channel, Helix Sleep. If you do not know who Helix is so far, they are a brand who makes insanely comfortable mattresses. We have been sleeping on the Moonlight Luxe, the Helix Moonlight Luxe, for almost 3 years now. It has been amazing. We recently just got our oldest daughter, Gabriella, her first big girl bed. That's right, they got beds for the kiddos. So not only do we have Helix in our main room and our spare room, we also have a Helix kids bed, and it is specifically made for kids. She absolutely loves it. It's actually amazing. She went from crib straight to the new bed so well. So well. So here's what's awesome about Helix Sleep. There's a few things that are amazing about them, but the greatest thing really is their mattresses are custom tailored to your needs. And what I mean is they offer a quiz on their site. It's super easy to do. You just go to the link that I've got for you in the description, answer a few questions, how you sleep, are you side, back, stomach sleeper, and they will come up with a suggested mattress for you, because everybody sleeps differently and everybody needs a different type of mattress. Everybody needs something different. If you end up going with the mattress they've recommended for you, they will ship the mattress to your door free of charge if you're in the United States. Once you get it, you open up the box, you inflate the mattress, but it's crazy. Like, I don't know how they pack it in there. They've got a 10-year warranty, and they've also got flexible payment options. So if you guys don't have the budget just to buy a brand new mattress, but you need one, they do have that for you. They also have a 100-night sleep trial. So if you don't like it, you want to send it back, you can do that, but I promise you're not going to want to. All the subscribers that have used my code and grabbed the Helix, they have thanked me because it is that good. None of them have sent it back. If you go to the link I've got for you in the description, helixsleep.com/EvanShanks, they've got a new deal for you guys. They used to do up to $200 off, but now it's just 20% off plus 2 free pillows, which is a huge deal. Sleep better. Go to that link. Now let's get on to the video. All right, I had you guys entertain me the whole time. I was obviously driving responsibly. I wasn't really reading comments, but you know, the Evo sounds cool, looks cool. I did a launch for you guys live, and I don't know how to get that footage there, so yeah, but let's go check out the car. This is the fastest car I've ever owned, and it's potentially, I mean, it has potential, and I think it will be my Texas 2K car. So I'm pretty stoked to see it. Look at this, dude. He's got a NSX here at the shop at Trackstar. Oh, look at that sick Evo, dude. That's a sexy car. Look at how he parked. What a loser. But the car runs right now. It's got a couple things that need fixed, but I'm so stoked. I've seen this car, it's been at the shop before. I don't know if I've ever filmed it, but this car is so rad. And it's like, you guys are not ready for this. Well, I've had a lot of Civics. Nothing K-swapped or anything. Oh, speaking of, my other Civic is right here. Looky. I want to wait for Ethan to get done with tuning whatever he's doing, because I want him to talk about this car, but this thing is insane. This is a V6 single turbo EG hatchback. Okay, Ethan, I've made you save your excitement for this. I want you to talk about this car because this is a car that you have built. I don't even know the story really behind all this. So
I'd be happy to tell.
I was talking to Ethan, really just long story short, to get to the beginning of how this kind of came to fruition. I was talking to Ethan about potentially doing a V6 swap on this car because after the D series goes, or we get bored of the D series, I wanted to go different engine. And Ethan was like, well, I got a homie that has a V6 car for sale, and I've seen this car in the shop before several times, and it's well sorted, caged and stuff, but I guess not really impulsively, I waited for a little bit, but ended up getting this. But I want you to talk about the car because it's pretty awesome.
Definitely, it's been a long time. Like, this car was first J-swapped, I think in like 2013 or somewhere back in that time, like almost 10 years ago. And the owner was Miguel, and he did most of the work on the car, just with like advisement. We got an AEM against it, and that's the story pretty much. The car has had a couple motors in it. This is a stock motor. Over the course of racing for years, I think we only had a couple issues with the car on a dead stock motor. It has run 9-second quarter miles on a dead stock motor. It's like 14 pounds of boost, I think, to do that. Right now, it might only be...
That's low. Like, that's pretty cool, though. Like, that's
even,
pretty
I mean, 10 pounds of boost on this motor is a beast. Like, plus 100 and something foot-pounds of torque over any K-Series, and in an RPM band that you're never gonna arrive at that torque number on a K-Series. So it is a wheel spin monster. It's almost a joke on street tires.
Right, I was gonna say, to race this thing, we're definitely not gonna be running these, I promise. We can maybe borrow my slicks, unless I guess he had some, but I'm excited. This car is like super potential is what I see out of it. And not only, I mean, it's already caged. Yeah. It's got some stuff, yeah, it's a safe cage. Safe is good. Yeah, but it's got a bunch of other stuff that like all end up swapping a lot, making it look better and stuff. But like, is there any, I mean, this is bone stock engine? Is it built head? Nothing.
It's bone stock.
Bone stock engine. And it makes, on this turbo, how much does it make?
I think we had a high run of like 680 or just shy of 700 on the 14, I think it was 14, 15 pounds.
Out of an EG. Just pointing that out there.
And it's run pretty good times already, but with like no new tech. Like, it didn't have launch control, it didn't have boost by gear. Okay. It's just straight, it ran a 9.8, just hold the revs at 5,500, dump the clutch and go. Like, so it should be able to run even better than that, I think.
And I obviously believe you, but I can't wait to fact check you. And do it myself. But this is a 9-second Civic, and it's something that's really cool for me, particularly because, for one, I've seen the car around the shop before, and two, this is a swap that I've been wanting to do. And the fact that it's already single turbo, it has, like, this specific car has made it down the track and proven a certain time. I'm excited to build on that and see how really good we can end up making it. Right now, the caveats is so it runs, it starts, engine's good,
the transmission has a couple broken gears in it, but we have another trans for it. Yeah. And we did have that happen one other time in the course of racing it in many years. Okay. It looks like it needs an intercooler too. There's
I did bring an intercooler for sure, so we can get that done, but like, it's a couple nuts and bolts away pretty much. I say a couple nuts and bolts. It's nuts and bolts away from like being at the track. So that's the goal. Race this thing while these, like, it's kind of it'll be kind of a swap, you know, race this, race that, race this, race that. This car is, I'll give you an update on that later, but this car is getting some block work done over here at Chalkstar. At this point, I want to start it up, and then I'll show you a little bit more about the build. So you want to give it a go?
I am, yes, I am super excited for you to drive it for the first time.
I am.
It is going to be the most giggles you have ever output.
I'm excited to hear the V6. Like, does this sound like a...
It sounds different for sure.
R35-ish or no? Like, maybe...
I don't know if it sounds like that, but I think it has a good note to it. It doesn't sound like your average BS Honda, you know.
Well, let's give her a go. So this is a J35 swap. I don't know if I said that, but it's a Honda engine. 3.5 liters with a T3 turbo. Like, this is not a big T3 either. Like, you can get big T3 turbos. My goal for this is I want to get it running and driving and racing on this exact setup. Then it's like build, race, break, repeat type thing. Like, I want to get this tuned, see how much it makes, then continue to go from there. And I don't know the qualifications for TX2K. You guys have the parachute and stuff like that. For safety equipments, whatever, that'll happen anyways. But I think you have to run an 8.5 or something, and you have to prove it. So that's the goal. This car at Texas 2K next March, which is actually in Dallas now. So that's even nicer. That's 32, okay. Never mind, 32. I said that wrong. 32 swap. And that's one of the things that's just like, over time, well, maybe we'll make that happen. It's basically a free stroker kit. Oh my God, dude. That sounds cool. That sounds like a straight pipe, like, Skyline. Wow. Whoa, dude. It smells good. Wow. Dang. So the exhaust, I think, just goes straight down. It ends like right here, yeah. I don't know what I want to do. I want to do something cool with the exhaust, but I guess we'll just have to. I'm excited. Like, there's so much to do. There's so many things to do to this car, dude. A lot. We'll get some new fuel in it, and I just need some like minor things, dude. Like, this is gonna be so insane. This is gonna be so cool. Ethan, I think like what I would really love to do is get it just like running, driving exactly on the setup. Yes. You know, enjoy it, whatever. And then as soon as we find something else we want to do, like bigger turbo, okay, fine. Do a T4 up the boost, you know, break the block, get a J35, do rods, whatever. Like, this is a car I see like huge potential in.
Yes,
so
I mean, these blocks with rods, pistons, and either like sleeving, or you can even do a fill. Like, there's documentation of a filled block doing 1,400 horsepower on a J series.
I'm not opposed. I'm not opposed. You guys keep watching and I'll do it. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, dude. So I guess the first move is gonna be, we gotta do the trans swap, which again, I guess I'll walk around the car a little bit. We got, the car is actually, like, it's basically just all stock, which is kind of nice. Like, he did all the cage stuff. It's a tiny cage, but it's a safe and painted and working cage, so that's really what matters. But he kept the interior, which I think is kind of cool. Very simple, like, but it's like, it's a hatch. It's a caged hatch. To me, that already just adds like a value to it that's like nice, because for one, it's kind of annoying to cage a car, and for two, it's hard to find a hatch these days. Oh, how do you open it?
The glass first, and then the tailgate, sir. Okay, yeah, so I've never been bougie enough to,
oh, it's a truck, dude. So it's got a couple things back here, whatever, but that's the trans that came with the car. It allegedly works. I guess we'll have to see.
Yep.
That's shooting in the dark there, but it's nice, dude. Like, full interior, which I will probably keep. I always think, like, you know, if you need to shave a few pounds, go to the gym. You know what I mean? Like, your little cushiony back seats are not going to make that much of a difference. So
I think he did that just to meet a class. You know what I mean? Full interior. So
I'm
even,
here
like,
for it.
Did the cage through the seats and then stitched it back up.
I'm super here for it. Doing some just like random, I mean, even just like wrapping the car, making it look a little bit nicer, replacing the windshield. What I'd really like to do is a 3-piece front end or a 1-piece front end, some crazy wheels, and just make this thing an absolute monster, which it already pretty much is. But this is like a car that's just like, I wanted to buy it because it's already, like, as it sits, so there's so much potential there. Yeah. But there's also, it being a stock engine with a small turbo, you could literally can only go up from there. So it's got upgraded axles, a pretty big clutch in it already and stuff. Yep. Like
twin disc clutch and disc clutch and axles alone is like a huge portion of the battle, you know.
Yeah, literally it's all up from here. The car can only look better, get cooler, and get faster. This is it. This is the 9-second. I mean, it's probably the cheapest way you can get into the 9-second territory in the world ever. So this is it. We have got the 9-second Civic. And I'm excited to really, I'm excited it'll be my first time ever making it past at 9 seconds, and so on. To give you guys an update on this car, the Exo Civic, I want to just, this is gonna be super brief. I've had some ideas for this car, and obviously the car is a D-Series engine at the moment. I don't want to do a D-Series for all time, you know what I mean? But because it has a fully built D-Series in it at the moment, I'd like to see what I can do in that sort of class. We are doing a block filler. If you guys missed the video, the head gasket went bad. Since the head's already off, we're like, well, let's fill the block and end the final thing that's restricting us, which would be cracking the sleeve. It's rods, pistons, fully built head, everything, intake, exhaust manifold, like everything you pretty much can do to a D16 without spending thousands and thousands on making it a billet block for absolutely no reason, because like, why would you do that? We're gonna send this one as hard as possible, front wheel drive, D-Series, and just see what it does. And do want to weigh the car, see how much it actually weighs, how fast it goes down the track and stuff like that. But after we're done with this engine, I'm not going to say what I'm wanting to do yet, actually, but it's gonna be amazing and it's gonna be super cool. So we'll get this thing to the track soon, but my idea is to drive this car. So if this is on Thursday, check my Instagram, go to my Instagram right now, because if I'm going to be racing, I will tell you on Instagram. I'll be probably go to Yellow Belly first. I want to dial in the car and see how it feels at an 1/8 mile. Also the quarter miles around here, like it's few and far between I can actually get into a 1/4 mile track. So I'm gonna be racing this thing as soon as I can, just getting the feel of the car, testing out, you know, I mean the car, yeah. So I'm stoked, and I hope you guys are ready for this, because this is gonna be super cool. And this is kind of like the Civic to end Civics. The only other thing I guess you could do is like V8, you know, LS swap. So I'm stoked. I'm seeing in the future, you know, J35, freaking maybe not even stroked, but just rods, pistons, built head, revving to the moon, huge turbo, or even twin. It'd be absolutely amazing. So this is it. This is the new car. Let's get it and have some fun. Okay, if you guys want a little update on everything else going on in the garage, you can go to the last video where we dropped off the Evo 8 and you guys met my new friend. I just pulled the Z in onto the lift and I'm excited to get this. I'm going to be hopefully using this as my Pro-Am car next year. I don't have time to prep it. Oh, it's a big spider. Too much safety to worry about to be able to do Pro-Am this year, because there's a lot of stuff I have to do, like fire suppression, full cage and stuff like that. But I do want to get the Z running as soon as possible, because I really want to drift it. Like I've been getting really good, and a lot of seat time with the sim, and I feel like I kind of should make a video on that, because a lot of people have been asking about the sim and is it worth it, this and that. And yeah, so also, yeah, I told, like, last video, you can go to the last video if you want an update on anything, but that's the new car, and I'm super amped on it, because it's been something I've wanted to do for a while, and it's something I can race like in 2 or 3 days, given that the weather's good, because the weather's been absolutely terrible for the last like month, but it is what it is. Guys, I give you guys daily advice every video I make, and I told you guys last video that there was gonna be 2 parts to my daily advice. We're talking about hills and valleys, which I do talk about a lot. In our lives, we have hills and we have valleys. Valleys being the part we feel helpless, things don't seem to be going our way. And we have hills where we have a breath of fresh air. You know, you're at the top of the mountain, whatever, top of the hill, top of the mountain, you have a breath of fresh air, things seem to be going good. It's inevitable to have both. I've had parts of my life where I've been up on a hill and it's only downhill from there, right? And then I've been at the bottom where it's only uphill from there. Continuing from my last message, guys, really what I want to say to you is the hills are the best part. Like they feel the best, really. They feel the best. It feels good to win. It does. I get it. Like, I want it bad. I want to win again, you know? But the valleys is where you learn the most. For me, it's where I have to trust God. I'm flat on my back. I can't do anything. I don't have control over my life no matter what I do, right? You learn the most when you're down there. When you're the most vulnerable, you're also the most susceptible to learning new things. I don't know where you are in your life right now, hill or valley. Valleys are hard, but they're usually the parts of life that shape us and mold us. Just know that if you're going through a really hard time right now, the lessons you learn right now are usually what can help you be successful or help you do big things for the rest of your life. Because without these lessons you learn flat on your back or at rock bottom, you wouldn't be able to help anybody else. You wouldn't be able to help yourself. Sometimes God puts us down here so that we can learn and be who we're really meant to be. We learn these crazy lessons that are insanely hard to learn, but that's what we need. Hey, guess what? Me and my new boy, what should I name him? We'll figure it out. We love you, and we'll both see you next video. Hoping to get this Civic running ASAP. Well, it already runs, but we're gonna get the trans on tomorrow, for me, and then hopefully by the time you guys see the next video, it's running, we're racing, given that the weather is good. I'll see you guys next video. Peace.